If you're looking for a secure haven within the literary world, you found the perfect organization. Let's make magic together. Our space is specifically designed for African American authors who are passionate about their writings of films and books. It's a platform to stay informed about industry developments. And on Patreon, we'll share exclusive content, valuable resources, and engaging discussions and masterclasses on various subjects, ranging from film and publishing industry trends to wellness and business tips. So if you're ready to dive into this exciting community, become a member now. Welcome to our literary haven where creativity knows no bounds. Let's make magic together.
Good evening. Welcome to How to Scale a Creative Career. I'm going to be your presenter this evening. My name is Tamika Newhouse. I am the founder of AAMBC, Lit Diaries, Black Writers Weekend, and a number of different organizations, as well as Delphine Legacy Media and Delphine Publications. I'm a busy woman, and so which makes it pretty necessary for me to share this experience on how you can scale a creative career. We're going to encourage you guys to take notes, to listen attentively, and to tweet us your questions. And we will share that hashtag with you guys for you to be able to share what your questions is and how you can be able to get more answers to your questions. We are excited to launch. This is our very first workshop that we're going to be presenting. And this workshop it's going to be one of dozens that's going to be presented over the next month or so. And we're also going to be presenting nearly 12 workshops throughout the rest of this year, each month. The purpose is to instill you guys with as much knowledge that you would need, and also to be able to connect the dots for you in ways that you may have never imagined. So get ready for the ride. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. If you cannot, make sure that, again, you type into the chat that's in YouTube if you're watching, and let us know that if you cannot clearly hear me. But I'm going to go ahead and share the hashtag right now that you can either tweet or post on IG to ask your questions. Now, let's go ahead and dive right on in. So, are you ready to take your creative career to new heights? Do you dream of turning your passion into a thriving profession? Join us for an inspiring workshop on how you can scale a creative career. And this event is designed to equip you with the tools, strategies, and insights you need to flourish in the ever-evolving world of creativity. Now, whether you're an aspiring artist, writer, designer, musician, or any other creative professional, this workshop is going to definitely work for you. Now, the purpose, by the end of this workshop, you'll be equipped with the knowledge and the strategies needed to take your creative career to new heights. Whether you're an emerging artist or a seasoned creative, you'll leave with a clear path of scaling your career and achieving your creative aspirations. So let's go ahead and join this transformative journey. Now, again, I do want you guys to take notes, however it is that you retain notes, but also make sure that you're tweeting your questions or Instagramming your questions, and you can also tag us. We are at _, no, it's not underscore, but it's Twitter or IG at We Are AAMBC. And so on either of those platforms, you'll be able to tweet us, or again, you can Instagram these questions in either your Instagram story, or you can just do a post. Either way, you'll be able to get a hold of us, and we should see it in our thread, and we'll be able to respond to you accordingly. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Now, the objective is to understand the foundations of building a successful creative career, explore strategies for expanding your creative reach and influence, learn how to monetize your creative talents effectively, and gain insights into personal branding and marketing for creatives, and develop a personalized action plan. And it's very, very important to have a personalized action plan because you will hear stories of other people and how they did it and what they suggest, but it may not work for you. So really understanding who you are as a creative and then creating a plan that's strategic for you is going to be super, super important. So let's go ahead and jump into the mindset. Lay the foundation of a successful creative career by nurturing the right mindset. The importance of passion and purpose and creativity, overcoming self-doubt and creative blocks, and cultivating resilience and adaptability, and then group discussions and self-reflection. So we're starting with the mindset because I like to say that without the right mind, nothing will ever sustain itself anyway. So you definitely have to be in the right mindset for almost anything. And so, of course, we have to start there. It always starts with what you're thinking and what you are actually feeding into your body, spiritually, emotionally, not just physically. That's going to help you sustain any journey that you're going to embark on. So passion and purpose. You can go ahead and move this logo so you guys can also clearly see. Passion and purpose are the twin engines that power the ascent of a creative career to new heights. When scaling your creative journey, they are the wind beneath your wings, guiding you toward unprecedented horizons. Passion ignites the spark that fuels your creativity, driving you to explore uncharted territories and take risk. It's the flame that burns brightly even when faced with challenges, reminding you why you embarked on this creative path in the first place. It's the late night inspiration and the unwavering commitment to craft that sets your work apart. Now, purpose, on the other hand, as the compass that ensures your creativity is directed towards meaningful goals. It provides clarity amidst the chaos, helping you discern which opportunities align with your values and long-term vision. Let's say that again. Purpose, on the other hand, is the compass that ensures your creativity is directed towards meaningful goals. It provides clarity amidst the chaos, helping you discern which opportunities align with your values and long-term visions. Purpose infuses your work with depth, authenticity, resonating with your audience on a profound level. Together, passion and purpose create a potent synergy that propels your creative career forward. They infuse your work with meaning, enabling you to connect with your audience in a way that transcends mere aesthetics. They empower you to overcome obstacles, adapt to changing landscapes, and innovate even when faced with adversity. In the journey of scaling a creative career, passion and purpose are not mere luxuries. They are essential companions. They remind you that creativity is not just about outputs, but about the impact it has on others and the legacy you leave behind. They fuel your determination to reach greater heights while ensuring that each step taken is a deliberate stride towards a brighter, more fulfilling creative future. Cannot express or dissect that enough for you guys to understand that passion and purpose are necessary in any journey, especially a creative one. Because there's no right way to go about a creative career. There's just going about it, taking risk. But you have to definitely be passionate about your creativity because there is a uniqueness in every single human body on the planet. And if you're not passionate about what it is that you're doing, you're going to get lost and maybe even get discouraged because there are going to be hundreds and thousands of other passionate creatives going about the globe trying to pursue their greatness. So understand that you need to hold on to your passion, understand why you're doing this, and be committed to that. Then find that purpose. That purpose is going to help you have an understanding of what your destination is going to be. So do not jump into a passion or a journey without having a clear understanding of why. Why am I doing this? Now, in the pursuit of scaling a creative career, the formidable adversities of self-doubt and creative blocks often loom large on the artist's path. Self-doubt, like a relentless shadow, can cast a pall over even the most brilliant creative minds. It whispers of inadequacy, questions worthiness, and sows the seed of imposter syndrome. Yet to ascend the greater heights creatively, one must confront these doubts head on. Do not ignore them. It is a process of acknowledging them as a part of your journey. Understanding that every artist, no matter how accomplished, grapples with moments of uncertainty. Overcoming self-doubt demands summoning the courage to challenge these inner critics, drawing strength from past achievements, and reconnecting with the profound passion and purpose that ignited your creative journey. It is a testament that artists' resilience and the unwavering belief that their unique voice deserves to be heard. Now, creative blocks, those formidable barriers that obstruct the flow of inspiration, are another crucible in the creative journey. They are moments of profound frustration where the canvas remains blank, the page is untouched, the melody silenced. However, when these daunting challenges lies the opportunity for transformation. Now, overcoming creative blocks necessitates an unwavering commitment to persistence. It is a process of embracing discomfort, exploring uncharted territories, and trusting that the wellspring of creativity is never truly depleted. Now, these moments of stagnation, paradoxically, often lead to most significant breakthroughs. The artist discovers new facets of the craft, unearths untapped reservoirs of creativity, and emerges from the crucible with newfound clarity and vigor. In the ground transparency of a creative career, these trials are not roadblocks, but just stepping stones, serving as reminders that growth is a perpetual process and the journey itself is as precious as the destination. I cannot even stress this enough. In other words, you will have self-doubt and you will have creative blockage. Always stress that everyone has a talent. This is why no one shares the same DNA. This is why no one looks the same, because we all are uniquely created. So do not get caught up in the doubt of who you are. Why am I doing this? What am I supposed to be doing? Continue to stay connected with your passion of you just love it. And then continue to stay connected with the reason why, what the purpose is. When those doubts and when those creative blocks do come upon you, embrace them. Allow yourself to feel them. Don't try to ignore them. Don't try to be a superhuman and bypass what these feelings are. There's no such thing as lightness without darkness. So all these feelings have to coexist, and you have to be able to embrace them when they do come. Now, cultivating resilience and adaptability stands as an art form in itself when scaling a creative career. The path of creative is often rife with uncertainties, setbacks, and unexpected turns. And it's in these moments that the creative spirit's resilience truly shines. It's about the unwavering determination to weather storms, learn from your failures, and emerge stronger with each challenge. Resilience for a creative is the ability to bounce back from rejection, criticism, or creative droughts, understanding that setbacks are not the final chapter, but more of a plot twist in the narrative of an artistic's growth. It's a reminder that every setback carries with its valuable lessons, and a creative mind can harness these lessons to forge a more robust and resilient creative identity. Now, adaptability. Now, this is super important to adapt because nothing stays the same. As you see, you don't look the same as you did 10 years ago. You don't look the same as you did 5 years ago. And then even in ways internally, you don't think the same. Why? Because life is always changing. The world is forever changing and growing and evolving. So adaptability, too, is a cornerstone of a successful creative career. In an ever-evolving landscape of creativity, the ability to pivot and embrace changes is invaluable. It means being receptive to new ideas, technology, and trends. even when they challenge established creative paradigms. Adaptability is a willingness to explore uncharted territories, experiment with different mediums, and step outside of one's comfort zone to remain relevant and innovative. It's about recognizing that the creative journey is not a linear path, but a dynamic, ever-shifting landscape. And those who can adapt not only survive, but thrive amidst the winds of change. Now, together, resilience and adaptability form the bedrock upon which the artistic builds a sustainable and enduring creative career, ready to face whatever artistic challenge lies ahead. These are super important. Understand your passion, understand your purpose, cultivate, adapt, and embrace those self-doubts and those creative blocks. Now, in the pursuit of scaling a creative career, group discussions and self-reflection serves as an indispensable tools on an artistic journey. Again, self-reflection serves as an indispensable tools on an artistic journey. Group discussions provide a collaborative and enriching environment where creatives can share ideas, perspectives, and insights. It's within these dialogues that fresh perspectives emerge, new approaches are discovered, and the solutions to create challenges are unveiled. Engaging in thoughtful conversations with peers and mentors not only broadens one's creative horizons, but also fosters a sense of community and support, reminding artists that they are not alone in their aspirations and with their aspirations and their struggles. Through these discussions, artists can refine their vision, gain valuable feedback, and forge connections that can propel their creative careers to greater heights. In other words, you can't do this by yourself, y'all. Simultaneously, self-reflection is the compass that guides creative growth. It's a deeply personal process of introspection where artists examine the creative journey, goals, and the meaning behind their work. Self-reflection enables artists to unearth their unique creative voice and refine their artistic identity. It's a practice of assessing what truly drives one's creative passion and aligning it with a broader purpose. Moreover, self-reflection helps artists recognize areas for improvement and personal growth, leading to more refined and impactful creative output. Now, by combining the power of group discussion with the introspective practice of self-reflection, artists can navigate the complex terrain of scaling a creative career with a greater clarity, authenticity, and purpose. So let's go on to session 2. But before we go into session 2, let's go back and let's reflect again on what session 1 was about. The objective is to lay the foundation of a successful creative career by nurturing the right mindset. Again, we were tapping into your thought process, your mind. What is your passion? What is your purpose? How do you overcome self-doubt in those creative blocks? How do you cultivate resilience and adaptability in this forever changing world? And building those connections through group discussions and self-reflection. These 4 major points will definitely help you sustain and build your mindset so that you can sustain a creative career. Now, jumping into session 2. Before we jump into session 2, we're going to stop for a moment from one of our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, y'all. How is everyone doing? For real, no, how y'all doing though? It's hot. Y'all can tell me.
Hi, I'm Tamika Newhouse, and I am the founder of AAMBC, African Americans on the Move Book Club. Back in 2008, I was in San Antonio, Texas. I wanted to be a part of a book club, but I didn't know anyone in the city. And I felt it was kind of weird to walk up to other grown women and be like, hey, you want to read with me? You want to be my friend? So therefore, I took to MySpace and I started to talk about the books I have read. Through that format, I met hundreds and hundreds of writers, and I decided to talk about their books and launch their books and give them a platform. and visually see what it is that you perceive. So I thought that was really good. It's more than just telling us what we want to be showing us. And that's really hard for a lot of writers to do. I'm kind of proud. In 2009, I decided to launch the AANBC Literary Awards because I noticed that as an artist, we didn't have a platform where we were celebrated. There were the music shows, there were the award shows for movies and actors and Broadway. I'm like, well, hey, hello, what about us? You know, we don't have a show for us either, and we're artists as well. And so therefore, I decided to launch the awards in San Antonio, Texas. It eventually traveled to Baltimore, and now here we are in Atlanta. It's not about one person. It's not about one genre. It's about all of us as a unit. Thank you all for coming out, and I hope you enjoy the show.
So session 2, let's jump right on in, building your creative brand. Now, the objective of this session is to explore the concept of building personal branding and its significance in the creative industry. The 4 major points will be identifying your unique creative identity, creating a compelling artist statement or brand narrative, leveraging social media and online presence. Workshop participants share their brand stories. So let's jump right on into it. Now, in the journey of scaling a creative career, one of the pivotal steps is the identification and cultivation of a unique creative identity. It's the process of delving deep into one's artistic core to unearth what makes their work distinct and resonate. The unique creative identity serves as a guiding star, helping artists stand out in a crowded creative landscape. It involves recognizing the themes, styles, and values that defines one's artistic essence. Once identified, this creative identity becomes the foundation upon which artists build their brand and legacy. So let's stop and pause here for a moment, because I work with a lot of artists, and either they're authors or filmmakers, but they will come out with a book and they just know they want people to read their book. But I always let them know that the book is a part of you. What people are going to invest in is you. This is why I call authors artists, because being a storyteller is an art form. So you have to understand, how are people going to identify with you? How are they going to connect with you? Who are you? What are your themes? What's your style? What are your values? What can people expect for you to post on social media? What kind of stories would they expect for you to tell? What type of events will you connect with? Having an understanding of who you are will help you understand your audience. So you definitely have to have an identity to be able to next develop a brand narrative. Now, crafting a compelling artist statement, or like I like to call it, a brand narrative, is the next crucial stride in this journey. It is the art of distilling one's creative essence into words that captivate and connect with an audience. Now, this narrative not only encapsulates the artist's unique voice and vision, but also communicates the emotional impact of their work. It serves as a bridge between the artist and the audience, conveying not just what they create, but why it matters. Now, in the digital age, leveraging social media and online presence becomes paramount. It's like, duh, of course, get online. But what you going to be posting about? What are you going to be sharing? It is the means by which artists can amplify their creative message and reach a global audience. Now, by sharing their brand stories with fellow workshop participants, such as yourself, artists can gain valuable insights. They can refine their narratives. You can build a supportive community and foster growth. So I do want you to process and begin to exchange with other authors or writers that you personally know and share with them what your identity is. Tell them what is your style? What are the themes of your story? So for my themes and my romance books that I write is redemption and conquering love. Those are my two themes. I also have an idea what my style is, and my values is dream out loud, regardless of what that dream may be. I'm all about taking risk in life. And so having an understanding of who I am as an artist gives me a direction of the type of people that I'm talking to and I'm speaking with. So it will show in my posts. It will show in my stories. It will show in my video clips of my social media that I actually capture on my TikToks and things like that. You won't see a lot of horror or horror trivia if I'm a romance writer. You won't see a lot of inspirational things on my posts if I am someone that writes fantasy. It really needs to align with the type of person that you are as an artist. Now let's go into monetizing your creativity because we all want to make money. This is super duper important. How do you monetize it? So let's break down. Let's have a focal point on this. Now learn various strategies for monetizing your creative talents. There are several different ways. I like to list 4 different points, which is freelancing, commissions and contract work, selling products and merchandise, crowdfunding and patronage platforms such as Patreon, and interactive exercises on pricing and negotiation. So let's try to dive into this a little bit more. Now, when it comes to scaling a creative career, diversifying your income streams is key to sustain growth. Diversifying income streams, super important, y'all. Meaning, do not have one way that you're just going to be making money. Have multiple ways. They say the average millionaire has several different ways of how they make money. So think of different ways how you can profit. Freelancing, commissions, and contract work offer artists the opportunity to apply their creative skills in various contexts. It's about recognizing the value of your craft and leveraging it. To secure paid projects, whether it's illustrating for a client, writing commission pieces, or collaborating on creative contracts. These avenues not only provide financial stability, but also expand an artist's portfolio, enhancing their reputation and visibility within their industry as well. So I'm a good example. Yes, I write books, but I've also been a publisher. I understand the publishing industry, so I've been able to mentor and help artists develop a brand, develop a mission. I've conducted book tours, I produce festivals. So I take the things that I'm knowledgeable about and I can create contracts or services based off of those things that I know. Now, selling products and merchandise is another avenue that empowers artists to monetize their creativity. Now, it's about transforming your artwork, writing, or creations into tangible items that resonate with your audience. Again, tangible items, meaning something that people can touch, feel, have, own. Now, whether these are art prints, books, clothing, or handmade crafts, these products not only generate income, but they also serve as powerful marketing tools, fostering a deeper connection with your fans and supporters. So say, for instance, you got a favorite quote that you like to say. Put that quote on a t-shirt. Create some journals. Go on opportunities or book signings where you're able to sell your books in person. But have something tangible that people can invest in. And of course, crowdfunding and patronage platforms, such as like GoFunds, crowdfunding. These further fuel creative journeys by allowing artists to secure financial backing directly from their community. And these platforms enable artists to fund ambitious projects, nurture a loyal fan base, and maintain creative independence. Through interactive exercises on pricing and negotiation, artists learn to advocate for the value of their work and negotiate fair compensation. And these skills are crucial when navigating the complex landscape of creative entrepreneurship. Now, ensuring that artists receive equitable compensation and for their contributions and efforts as they scale their creative careers. So let's jump back. You're going to diversify your income streams by understanding what skills or what knowledge do you have. Once you understand what you know, you can actually sell it. Information is key. This is something that is almost inevitable and infinite. Whatever you know, package it up, make it something that people also want to obtain, because a lot of people do not want to research or learn it for themselves. They want to just be told the information so you can sell your knowledge. And of course, then your tangible items, books, t-shirts, journals, artwork, actual writing. These are things that you can actually monetize: candles, bags, book bags, anything tangible that people can own. These are things that you can monetize and actually sell and connect it to your brand. Now, before we jump into section 4, I want to share with you guys about our I Am Creative grant application that is now open. You can visit aambc.org and you can submit yourself to our through our grant application. As we are currently right now opening up for those that do want to have funding for their projects. Make sure you go to this website, look up Creative Grant in the main menu, and submit yourself today to be able to qualify or possibly receive a grant this year for your project.
Our stories, our voice, our history hasn't always been welcomed. But we learned long ago that if America won't celebrate us, then we will celebrate our own, told our way, on our time. Today we have thousands of Black creators in film. Thousands of books are on the shelves of stores around the world. But it wasn't always as easy. For Lena, for Hattie, for James, for Zora, for Langston, we fought for a place in American history, and we've empowered our own voices, keeping our stories alive. Remember Philando, remember Mike, remember Trayvon, remember Sandra, remember Oscar, remember Brianna. No more will Black voices go unheard. No more will Black stories go unread. We will write our own history and create our own legacies. And each summer in Atlanta, we will gather. We will celebrate. We speak out. Black voices matter. Black stories matter. Black lives matter. Everybody has a story to tell. Make sure that you tell yours. Create your story. Dream out loud.
Now, section 4, which is expanding your creative career. You always want to be expanding. You don't want to sit still. You don't want to be doing the same things over and over and over again. So it's super, super duper important to always be growing. And so that's going to be the next session I'm going to tap into. Your objective is to discover methods to expand your creative influence in your audience. My 4 points is collaborations and partnerships, networking and building a creative community, leveraging digital marketing and content creation, and group brainstorming on creative projects. Again, discover methods to expand your creative influence in your audience. So let's jump right on into it. Collaboration and partnerships is like creative alchemy when it comes to scaling a creative career. They offer artists a chance to combine their talents with others, unlocking new realms of possibilities, and collaborations transcends individual limitations, bringing fresh perspectives and skills to the table. By forging partnerships, artists can assess new audiences, you can share resources, and you can create projects that are greater than the sum of their parts. These alliances become stepping stones to larger ventures, helping artists reach new heights and diversify their creative portfolio. Networking and building a creative community are the lifeblood of a creative expansion. In the vast landscape of creativity, relationships are the bridges that connect artists to opportunities. Again, relationships are the bridges that connect artists to opportunities. Meaning y'all can't do this by yourself. You have to build relationships to get to new opportunities. Networking opens doors to mentorships, collaboration, and exposure to a wider creative industry. Building a supportive community not only provides emotional substance, but also generates a collective synergy where ideas flourish. Leveraging digital marketing and content creation further propels artists' career forward. It's about mastering the art of storytelling and using online platforms to reach a global audience. By creating compelling content that resonates with your niche, artists can establish themselves as thought leaders and attract a loyal following. Again, by creating compelling content that resonates with your niche, artists can establish themselves as thought leaders and attract loyal following. Group brainstorming sessions become spaces for innovation and idea generation. Through collective brainstorming, artists can refine their concepts, gain fresh insights, and develop projects that captivate audiences and define their creative identity as they continue to scale their creative careers. So previously we talked about how to monetize, but now this is how to extend your creative career. And we focus on collaboration, partnership, networking, community, and group brainstorming. At the end of the day, this session, I want you to understand that you can't do it by yourself. You cannot grow alone. You cannot build alone, and you do not know it all. So it's very, 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 very important to implement these elements into your creative career so that you are expanding, so that you are growing, and so that other people know about you. Super, super, super important. Again, you can't do it on your own, and you do not know it all. So tapping into session 5, which is time and project management. Super important as well. Cannot stress how important this is. The objective is to master your time and project management skills to sustain a successful creative career. Again, master time and project management skills to sustain a creative career. The 4 points is setting realistic goals and deadlines, prioritizing creative projects, balancing creativity and with administrative tasks, and personalized time and management plans. Now, this part is super important, y'all, too, because as a creative, you always have these ideas that are coming. You always have these ideas that are manifesting. Things that you want to do, things that you want to tap into. I want to do this, I want to do that. I have this idea, I have this dream, but we cannot do it all at the same time. Notice I said you cannot do it at the same time, but you can do it all because I've done it all. I just have not done it all at the same time. It's not possible. I know you guys have heard to be the master of none because you're trying to juggle and do everything, and you don't want to be a master of nothing. So it's always, always very important to prioritize what's important. And sometimes it does make sense. Like I wouldn't go and try to pursue an acting career without first studying filmmaking or understanding what it takes to put a film together. I wouldn't go and launch a publishing company without first understanding how to write a book, how to market a book. There are just things that commonly go before the other. Like they say, you don't put the carriage in front of the horse. The horse goes first and it pulls the carriage. So let's jump right into it. Now, in this intricate tapestry of scaling a creative career, setting realistic goals and deadlines serve as the compass guiding the artist's journey. Setting realistic goals, y'all. Not just goals, but realistic goals and deadlines. Something that you know that you can tangibly do. It's about envisioning the bigger picture and breaking it down into a manageable step. By defining clear objectives and timeframes, artists can chart a course for their own creative endeavors. These goals act as a motivation, propelling them forward and providing a sense of direction in the ever-expanding world of creativity. Alongside goal setting, prioritization becomes essential. Creative minds often team with ideas, but discerning which projects to prioritize is an art in itself. And discerning means gut feeling, like it's in your spirit. You know when something isn't right and you know when something is. So listen to that gut of yours. It involves evaluating each project's potential impact. So again, evaluate the impacts of it on your career, the impact on your bank account, the impact on your family, the impact on your day-to-day. Aligning it with overarching goals and dedicating time and energy to those endeavors that hold the most promise. Again, dedicating time and energy to those to those endeavors that hold the most promise. Meaning, dedicate your time and energy to things that you know that's going to work out, that you know that you can realistically reach. I've seen people in the past set goals and want to accomplish something, but it was over their head. They weren't fully prepared. There are no boundaries. There's no organization. They're not prioritizing things of importance. They don't understand what their voice is or what their values are, who their audience is. So it gets really hard. So this is why this comes into this step. And we talked about monetizing and understanding your values and who you are and developing a strong mindset first, because all these things align and it works together. The creative path is not solely about imaginative pursuits, but it's also about striking a balance with administrative tasks. Creativity and administration may seem like contrasting worlds, but harmonizing the two is crucial for creative scalability. It's about managing the business side of creativity, having contracts, budgets, and communication while still nurturing the artistic flame. Again, creativity and administration may seem like contrasting worlds, but harmonizing the two is very crucial for your career scalability. It's about managing your business side. Again, creativity has a business side, y'all. Often, and we have even this hashtag or these agendas to support Black-owned businesses. But often, sometimes people say, well, Black folks don't give good business, so we don't understand business. And creativity is no different. Understand the business that you're stepping into. Understand the business of who you are, so that you'll be able to handle things appropriately, develop meaningful goals and deadlines that you can actually meet, and make sure that you're staying within budget and you're not draining your own resources in your pockets. Now, finding this equilibrium ensures that creative projects flourish without being hindered by logistical challenges. Personalize your time management plans becomes the linchpin of these delicate balances. They cater to the unique rhythm of each artist's workflow. Again, each artist's workflow. My workflow is not going to look like your workflow. Accounting for peak creative hours and allowing space for administrative duties, meaning you can't always be creating. You got to do some business side of things too. And through effective time management, artists can channel their creative energy efficiently, maximize productivity, and consistently progress towards their career goals while maintaining the equilibrium between creative expression and practicality. Super, super, super important, y'all. Cannot stress how important it is for you guys to have realistic goals, create some boundaries, be organized, understand the business. Again, this is about scaling your creative career. Say if you have a line of t-shirts, you got a line of books, you got a line of journals, you got some candles, you got all these other things that complement your writing, your creativity. But how are you managing your inventory? How do you know how to set your prices? Who is shipping out these products for you? What shipping company are you going to be using? How are you budgeting accordingly? Make sure you're not overspending. All these things are going to make sense when it's time for you to begin to start scaling your creative career. Don't just do it. Have a plan and understand why you're doing it. Now, session 6. Now, this is going to be our last session that we're going to dive into. And so before we do actually dive into that, let's jump into a word from our sponsors.
Literature is the DNA of a culture. When you want to know what happened during an era, you look to the word. Whether that word is a book or a song.
Talk to me, so you can see what's going on.
Or a film or a poem.
You saying it just want to be loved like it say in the Bible?
Yeah, Celie. Everything want to be loved.
You look to the word. I mean, we still look into the word of books that are millennial old, that are thousands and thousands of years old. And so it's like, it's a time capsule.
For me, this was always going to be what I was going to do. I had told my mother at 12 that I was going to move to Atlanta. I was going to be this full-time authoress, and I was going to just tell stories. I never wanted to be anything other than that. And I've been writing stories since I was maybe 8, 9 years old. And for me, it was just in me. Like, people know how to naturally sing, they know how to naturally dance or paint and draw. I knew how to tell stories. Now, session 6, super important, is about your action plan. Again, when I first started this workshop, I said that we were going to end it with making sure that you create a plan that works specifically for you. So the objective is to create a personalized action plan to scale your creative career and to address any remaining questions or concerns that you may have. So setting short-term and long-term career goals, identifying key milestones and benchmarks. And then, of course, we want you guys to tweet us any of your questions that you may have so that we can jump into those and ask them. And you could be even watching the replay of this. And if you are, feel free to still tweet us and send in your questions. We will respond. We will send actual response to your questions, and we will send those questions directly to you. And then also in some of our future workshops, we will actually share those questions and those answers on our future workshops. Remember, we are actually hosting these workshops every month. Dozens of them will be hosted every month. So make sure that you go and you join our Patreon so that you're able to attend all these workshops that we're going to be offering as well, guys. Now, in the grand orchestration of scaling a creative career, goal setting becomes a compass that steers the artist towards their desired destination. It's the act of charting both short-term and long-term career goals that provides a sense of purpose and direction. Now, short-term goals offer immediate milestones, while long-term goals paint a vivid picture of the artist's overarching vision. Identifying these aspirations and mapping out the steps to achieve them creates a roadmap for success and the ever-evolving creative landscape. And these goals serve as a beacon, constantly reminding artists of their creative purpose and the path they have chosen to travel. Amidst the journey of scaling creative career, it's equally vital to establish key milestones and benchmarks to measure the progress and celebrate achievements. This is super important, y'all. I'm going to say this again. It's very vital to establish key milestones and benchmarks to measure progress and to celebrate your achievements. This is important because you don't want to always be on the go. You want to take time to celebrate yourself, to give yourself praises, to give yourself self-encouragement, because this journey is not easy and it's a forever evolving one. Meaning you're always going to be traveling along this journey. So make sure that you stop, celebrate, rest along the way. And these markers act as guideposts. So when you have set a goal, then you can look towards the next short-term goal. And before you know, you have traveled so far from where you first started. So don't set a goal such as, I want to be a best-selling author with a film on the big screen. There are steps and things that should be taken in between getting your book on the big screen that will ensure that when you get there, you are successful. And sometimes when we try to aim for that one big goal from the jump, we get discouraged. So make sure that you do create smaller goals in between that will get you to the bigger goal. They offer validation and motivation, encouraging artists to persevere even in the face of challenges. In a spirit of community and shared growth, again, we do want you to tweet your questions. Ask us anything that you may have. It could be very specific to your own journey, anything that you may be going through, anything specifically that you do want to share. And if you are a part of our Patreon, you can also post and ask questions inside of our Patreon. And also you can always schedule meetings with us. Inside of Patreon as well, we do virtual round sessions, the live chats, and mentor sessions with you guys as well. Again, we talked about group discussion. We talked about community building. We talked about networking. So it's going to be super important if and when you decide to join our Patreon, that you become very active in that Patreon. and you be able to share and connect with others as well. This is an example of just how to schedule certain deadlines. This is just an example on how to budget, having an understanding of what the costs and expenses are. And this is our resource page. So you can follow us again on Instagram at weareambc_. Twitter is at weareambc, and TikTok, our Lit Diaries. And of course, aambc.org. And this is how you can contact me if you ever need to get a hold of me. My email is imtnewhouse@gmail.com. And social media, everything is my name as well. Again, become a member of our Patreon. We want to be able to hear from you guys and connect with you. We do have some grants that we're sharing. We have some resources that we're sharing. We have more workshops that we're sharing as well. And I hope that you guys have taken notes. If not, if you're part of our Patreon, you'll be able to watch this replay for up to 7 days. So make sure that you jump in every time that we launch and we distribute a workshop for you guys. We want you guys to stay connected. We want you guys to stay empowered. And we want to continue to give you as much information as possible. I will see you all here again throughout the rest of this week for more workshops.